So I did not do an intro for this video. I started this build yesterday. This is day 2. Yesterday was a complete flop. I messed up a lot of things, so I learned a lot of things. But for now, I'm gonna show you where the truck's at, what I'm going to do, and yeah, anyways. So the truck's like almost completely apart right now, but I was able to mount the rear battery. I just used a piece of aluminum to go over it, and then there's screws in the bottom of the battery. So this is the original box that I built for the truck. For the switch panel, it wasn't mounting right, and I didn't really like the way that it looked, so I started over with a rectangular box, but I didn't film any of it because I just really had to put my head down and get this thing mounted. So I'll show you that next. Here we go, drilling into the car. Oh, lordy lord. Swag. I look like hell, but it's fine. There's a mounting plate in here for this isolator. I've mounted that to the truck just inside this wall here. And then I cut out and terminated this wire that goes to the positive of the start battery. Now I'm running the positive that goes to the secondary battery in the back. So I'm just gonna put it onto here and then run it down onto the frame rail, like down there somewhere. And then I'm gonna get another truck, zip tie it all the way to the back, and then hopefully have enough to feed it through the cab of the bed, or sorry, the bed, and then into here. So wish me luck. Okay, so the lights and switch panel is fully installed. As you can see, we're reading, what's that, 12.4 volts. My phone is charging. I'm running both lights right now, and they're super bright. There's the battery. Yeah, this is, man. I'm just glad it's done because I've been doing this all day. I'm gonna disconnect the negative terminal tonight. Because I have to put a brake switch in because the little panel full of switches, it has lights that stay on no matter what. So I don't want that because it'll just drain the battery and then it'll be useless. So yeah, I'm just gonna let these run for a little bit, make sure nothing starts on fire. It probably won't, but you never know. So I'm just doing a little test, that's all. I spent over 16 hours of labor just so I could turn the lights on when I vacuum. That's where I'm at. I'm building stuff. Today I'm building a fan system for the back of my truck. And running while doing it, because I'm going out in like an hour and I really want to get this done. I also did a new thing. Hey, nice, okay. I put a main disconnect in. Okay, so you can go like this, like that, and be a fancy race car driver, and then close these and then turn it on and it still tells you all the good things. What do we got? 13 volts, nice. Okay, so let's actually turn this off. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in a fan unit that goes over that back glass. To do that, I'm gonna do one of two things. I'm gonna try and repurpose my old PC fans because they only pull 0.3 amps, which is really, really minimal. Or I'm gonna take this thing apart and stuff it in the window, or really maybe just stuff this whole thing in the window. I don't know, I only have an hour. I have a nice sheet of wood here that I really hope is tall enough. It's, okay, it's like barely gonna be enough, so we might have to like stick 2 pieces of wood together. But that's gonna be the frame, and I wanna hinge it so that it comes down, and I can just flick the switch, fans turn on, and then if it's raining or whatever, turn the switch off, click the thing up, close the window, don't have to worry about getting wet. So that's what I'm gonna try and attempt to do. So enjoy this, whatever. Okay, so I got the holes kind of marked out, so I'm gonna drill them. $5 wants one. $19 Fortnite card. Who wants it? It's now tomorrow, or yesterday, or the second day, or whatever you want to call it. But today's a little bit less chaotic. I have everything laid out to test the positive, negatives of all these fans to make sure that I have it all wired properly. Then I'm gonna solder them all together. I'm gonna heat wrap them or shrink wrap them, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to install it and then put it into the switch panel. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna figure out the hinge system, but I just want to get all the wires sorted and then have it like really clean, laid out so it looks good. And then we'll see how I can put it in the window. But let's do this first. Okay, so I got all the positive and negative leads for each fan laid out, and I'm just gonna start getting my wire together. Do not need this big red one because it's way too thick. But I have some 16 gauge wire that I'm going to use to connect all the fans' positive leads together and all the negative leads together. That way I can run all three just from 2 wires. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these wires and be a big electrician man and kind of make them go like that and have them go this way. That way when this hinges, the wire can kind of stay at the least rotational point and it won't crimp these wires or damage them in any way. And also this way I can also flip the fans if I wanted to have them blow air in, because currently I have it blowing air out. I have a little battery kind of just set up here just to mock test it, but positive and negative leads here, and blows pretty good. The top one's probably the strongest fan. The other 2 are a little bit less so, but it'll be good. Okay, this is where the fans are at right now. I taped up these wires together. Right now, I am going to just manage all these cables, like tuck them away and glue them, so that way I can figure out how I'm gonna mount that piece of wood up there. Hello. No way! I can't believe this worked as well as it does. So, first off, the hinge action is nice. And there's an airplane going by, but there's the negative. And so it works, it pulls air out, but it also is such a nice fan. There we go. This is so cool. I'm so happy with it. It worked so good. I would have had to undo these bolts and then re-silicone the top of these, because usually these start to spin and then it loses its waterproof mosquito. It loses its waterproof ability, or whatever the word is. So instead of having to do that, I actually just yanked this thing out just far enough while this bolt held everything in. Wired it, like, I don't even know how. I stuck my fingers in it, eventually it got it, and then now that works. These work. Main disconnect works. Everything is good. Everyone's happy, happy, happy. Lights are mint. So yeah, and now we're sitting at 12.6. I left the lights on. It was at 12.8 earlier, and I left the lights on for like 2 hours, and it only dropped to 2.6. So it's not great, but not bad. The lights are just like to get into bed, so it's okay if they are a little bit high power, but I love the switch panel. I'm such a nerd. So I have basically finished cleaning up the shop, and I'm getting ready to go to bed because my entire body hurts from working all day and doing this. So let's get into it. Basically, what I did today was I put some new carpet down, so that way we can put shoes here. I don't have to worry about it. It looks nice, it's clean. It's all stapled in, so it's not gonna go anywhere. Obviously made the bed, made it look nice. Got some nice throw pillows in there, of course, you know, gotta live in a little bit of style, you know. I ended up mounting my carbon monoxide alarm up here, right by my head. I'm probably gonna hit this button in the middle of the night and scare the crap out of myself, but good to have it. So it's up there, and it just pops off if I wanna change batteries. This is our main disconnect. This is to shut everything off to preserve the battery. And then when I want everything, I just click that. Got our handy dandy voltmeter. We've got 2 USB ports, these switches for the lights, and then this switch that operates the fans, as you can see. I'm doing a trip all the way to Crystal Beach, and I'm going west along Lake Erie this weekend, so hopefully I can film some nice shots of that, and really test out the new gear, new battery, lights, and the fans, and hopefully have a much more enjoyable camping experience in the heat. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.